Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So week 7, Summer of Pain is here and it is Symbiote Supreme. So I finished up my stream where we tackled him live, completed all of the objectives, and now I'm going to do my best to help every single one of you do the same. Right, so the Symbiote Supreme, and what does he do? Well, first and foremost, he has powerful and close encounters. So no power control mechanics work on him, and close encounters basically forces it to be a very aggressive fight where you have to stay close to the opponent. Then we have this very annoying placebo node here behind my head, where basically whenever we strike him we gain buffs, and that is a big problem because Symbiote Supreme deals a massive burst of damage whenever he gets to stagger and nullify buffs. So that node is very dangerous, and basically all champions except Red Guardian are going to be gaining buffs because of it. Then we have Bane of Damballa, which isn't the biggest deal, but Redouble Determination is. If you end up debuffing him a lot, he's going to gain a ton of attack and also significantly increased combat power rate. However, there are more than enough good options. So the objectives for this week are Cosmic Champion, then we have Control Denial, and then we have Mercenaries. Right, so first off, as promised last week, I'm going to show you 7 solos of him with a plethora of different champions, some of them for objectives, some of them not, and then we're going to go over a list of best counters and such. Right, so the first fight here is going to be with Red Guardian. This is actually a very quick and very straightforward fight, absolutely not much to see there. The basic idea is just Red Guardian doesn't gain buffs, and only thing you really kind of need to worry about is keep an eye on close encounters and don't get him at level 3. That's quite literally it. So I don't think there's much need to showcase the entire fight, but the base idea is, yeah, just drop level 2s. We can see nice 70k damage on that level 2, couple of heavy attack crits, this one as well. So now I just want him to use a special attack. He nearly got his level 3 there. Because of close encounters, I am losing significant chunks of health, but it's going to be good enough to finish this out. So I'm going to go for another level 2 as soon as my shield comes back, as soon as it's not fractured anymore. So just await this level 2 and go for a nice big level 2 crit. Wonderful, that's 60 something k, and done and dusted. So Red Guardian did this fight extremely well in 66 hits. Now, the next champion here is Domino. Now, Domino happens to be also one of the objectives. He is a mercenary champion. And, well, here we go. Obviously, every fight with Domino looks slightly different because so much is RNG dependent. But it's really not important which special attack you choose to go for, stuff like that. You just need to remain aggressive, make sure he doesn't get to level 3 and drop your special attacks. Hope for big crits, hope for big bleeds. And, well, then the fight will be over. So he used his level 1 here. Also, the more quick you are crossing your bars of power, the higher potential uptime you can have on the unlucky. And with that unlucky, obviously, he has a chance to fail his powers. But that was a very juicy level 2 there. Unfortunately, I did not get lucky before I threw this level 1. Otherwise, the fight would have been over. But I just need to finish up with a couple more combos. So Domino is a very easy way how to finish this fight. Absolutely nothing to worry about. I think first time I tried it, he went down without much hassle, and it was like 60 hits, something like that. Cosmic objective. As far as I know, the best option. Now, but with Hercules, it's going to be tricky to one-shot regardless, because his immortality is a buff, and obviously it can get nullified. So you kind of need to get lucky / be very precise whenever that immortality triggers, so you do not have that stagger active. But other than that, the base idea is just like any Hercules fight pretty much. I'm going to start spamming heavy attacks here just to ramp him up as quickly as possible in order to be able to do as much damage as possible. As soon as I get past 2 bars of power, I'm going to be dashing back in a second here just to make sure that I get that level 2 and cruelties. Level 2 obviously does a ton of damage. This is a rank 3 6-star Hercules at this point as well. And we can see that he is pretty much dead. I'm going to go for another level 1. We take a ton of damage, but immortality does trigger, and the fight is over. Very quick fight. Not much to stress here, and this is 56 hits. Next up, the first fight that I did. at all, and that was with Human Torch. As soon as this went live, I was like, Human Torch, Mystic Champion, should mix quite well. Activate the pre-fight, so you're not placing debuffs on Sim Supreme, and bypass that redouble determination. And other than that, it's very straightforward. I don't think I'm even going to throw a single special attack. It's just parry, medium, light, medium, parry, medium, light, medium. You have the no flames, you gain the smolders. And the only thing that you need to keep an eye out for is that he does not get level 3. That's pretty much it. Obviously, you also can get staggered there, but the fights don't last too long. I think you guys are going to see like me losing quite a bit of health in a second somewhere. But that is the upside of kind of slow playing it with medium, light, medium. So even if you do get punished with that stagger and nullification, then it doesn't take all your health away. We can see that he nullified them here, but I'm still at about half health left. So Human Torch definitely was fairly straightforward, quick and easy solo for all Cavalier players. You can see that, again, he was going to go for his heavy attack. I have a whole bunch of no flames, had a bunch of power stings. And, well, yeah, he's dead very quick. I think this is probably the least hits of all of them. I didn't even check how many hits was that. Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk is an amazing option. And now this fight actually was not all that perfect, because we can see that I have 9, 10, and he just bottled up, and basically I lost all my rages. But I had even better, even quicker solo on the stream. Unfortunately, here again, I'm dropping my level 2 with like 1 rage, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, you know, I'm just gonna go for it here. I wanted to leave this solo in just to showcase that, as always, with Immortal Hulk, not everything might go perfectly according to the plan, but he's still more than capable of getting this fight done. And Immortal Hulk's immortality, unlike Hercules' immortality, cannot be negated, cannot be nullified because it is passive. So 71 hits, but you can do it like in 50 hits or something. Immortal Hulk's definitely a wonderful option. Now, solo number 6 is Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative, Thing, Overseer, they cannot have buffs nullified from them. So all of them are wonderful options as well. I didn't want to get too carried away with all of these solos that are like, you know, not helping for any objectives. But yeah, Thing is a very easy solo as well. And Overseer should be doing a fantastic job here too. But the entire base idea is that Mr. Negative does too. Now, I did make a mistake here. I hit a level 1, but it's all good. All is well. I'm going to activate the level 2 21 degens, and he's going to start to absolutely melt. Obviously, with all these debuffs active on the guy, he gains massive amounts of power. So I kind of want to wait till the degen expires. We can see that Petrify is actually working on this guy. So champions who inflict Petrify debuff, single Petrify debuff, could also be quite effective. So I definitely know that She-Hulk is a very solid option. And now I'm kind of starting to wonder whether Void would be working well for this fight as well. Because even though you're placing debuffs on him, thanks to Petrify, you can reverse the power again, and he should not be getting to his level 3. Either way, a bit scruffy, but solo nonetheless. Versus Symbiote Supreme is down and dusted, and this was very quick as well. Right, for the last and final solo that I promised you, we're going to be jumping to, well, recording of my live stream. And that was Taskmaster. Taskmaster is the only champion that actually fulfills 2 of the objectives. He's Control Denial, and he's also Mercenary. So if you have Taskmaster, you can save yourself a fight, basically. And it's not that easy. I was consistently getting about 60, 70, 80% of Symbiote Supreme down with my 5-star, but then I kind of like just ended up being a bit short. However, the key for this fight for most part is not to get too carried away with trying to exploit weakness, and most importantly, just sticking close to Symbiote Supreme. The reason why he's good for this is because he also lowers his ability accuracy, offensive and defensive, and then you do not end up gaining as many buffs when you are striking him because he has significantly lowered ability accuracy, and he also doesn't stagger you as frequently. So now and then you will take like chunks of health in damage, but if you play Taskmaster well enough, then we can see that for most part I have like 1 or no buffs active. It's because we have significantly reduced Symbiote Supreme ability accuracy. Now, exploiting weakness obviously lets you do more damage, but the one solo that I got, and in general I did better when I did not try to exploit the weakness over actively, and when I paid the most attention in staying close to him. On top of that, the more unique attacks you have landed on the opponent, the higher perfect block chance you have, and we can see that Taskmaster can be very tanky there as well. So yeah, it will definitely take a bit of practice, but Taskmaster can solo this fight, and I did solo it on stream, and that is how I got my Control Denial solo in, I think. For me, Taskmaster was like the best available option. And as I said, you can see that here, for most part, I hardly get any buffs placed on me because we have significantly reduced Symbiote Supreme's ability accuracy. And that is pretty much carrying us through. So we can see the last 28%. It is a bit of a lengthier fight. He's at like 1 second. I forwarded a bit too far. Last couple of percent. But yeah, you can check out this live stream to see how many tries it took me. It was fair few, but eventually we got it down. So here we go. That is a Taskmaster solo Symbiote Supreme. And now let's go and talk about the best counters in general, right? So we do have, first and foremost, the cow players. For cows, it should be quite easy if you're not looking for any special objectives, as I showcased Torch, Red Guardian, Thing, Hulk, Mr. Negative, Domino. Falcon is also a great option here because Falcon, whilst you're locked on Symbiote Supreme, you bypass that buff node and you basically do not gain buffs. So Falcon can definitely one-shot this one as well. And obviously any of the other champions that I showcase in this video. Definitely more than enough options if you are not looking for the objectives. Now, objectives is where it gets tricky. So for Cosmic, the best results are with Hercules. Angela can also one-shot, but with Angela you need to be very careful because whenever you activate special attacks, you do place armor breaks on Symbiote Supreme, and at that point, you know, he starts gaining a ton of power. How to rectify the situation is, well, don't use your special attacks. That's gonna make the fight very long, but her buffs will not be nullified, or you can't nullify them. It's going to take a long fight, but you can definitely do it with like a 5-star Angela for sure, even at a low sig, because you can be getting a ton of buffs from that node. It's just, you need to be very careful whenever you launch a special attack. Then we can move on, and Hyperion. I did try out Hyperion a tiny bit, and the strategy there is fairly simple. Strategy for Hyperion there is throw level 2s and pray. Level 2s, heavies, Game Fury, and just see how much damage you can do before you die. I did about 50-something% with Hyperion on my first try. So you're likely going to end up using a Reviver too, but Hyperion is just kind of easy blitz through method. And then we have OG Thor. OG Thor also did quite well. You could get about half of him down before you ended up KO'd yourself. So OG Thor could potentially be a viable option. There are potentially more Cosmic Champions that could do well, like perhaps Hela with her Peak Death mechanic. Maybe that can work. And maybe some other options, but these are the ones that I recommend. Control Denial. Best options would be Taskmaster and Dr. Voodoo, as far as I could tell. Then we can also use Warlock, Punisher. Punisher and the champions below probably will end up being like a Reviver too, like Warlock most likely as well. Claire as well, 1-2 revives to get it down. There is an interesting interaction. If you enter Poison Curse, then you can drop your level 2s quicker, but you probably still want to go to Incinerate Curse, just do as much damage as possible. Professor X, ideally with a mutant power boost, can nuke down the fight. You will struggle building up your prowesses, but with mutant power boost, you should be able to nuke the fight down, or if you have reasonably ranked Yellow Jacket, spam your level 1s, let the power stings do work, and he's also Control Denial. Now when it comes to Mercenary Champions, with Mercenary Champions, we have Domino, the easiest solo. Then Taskmaster is Mercenary as well. Luke Cage, can solo this fight as well, because you can reduce opponent's power gain with his exhaustions, I believe. Those still kind of worked. And you can place concussion, so Luke Cage is a relatively decent option there. Hitmonkey works decently, I have heard. I have not tried myself because I don't have a highly ranked up Hitmonkey, but he should be doing a-okay. I did try out Black Widow Deadly Origins, rank 2 6-star myself, and Black Widow Deadly Origins managed to do about 48% of his health before I got blasted into infinity. So likely 1-2 revives, you should be able to get him down as well with Black Widow Deadly Origins. She's a mercenary. And then we have Massacre, which was pretty much identical result, because both of those champions are extremely similar. With Massacre also, the key aspect is to focus more on your level 2s, and ideally you want to throw level 1 before you get your bat ignited in order to place that 30-second disorient on Symbiote Supreme. Right, that is just about it though. If you have other great options for especially for Thronebreaker objectives, definitely drop a comment if I like that comment, and then I can pin it and let other people know as well. But other than that, that will do for today's video. I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. I do hope that you guys found it helpful. Let me know what you guys think about this week's Summer of Pain, and I will catch you guys soon. See ya! Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the